Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this devotional with Chaplain Dan. I'm privileged to welcome you and to share with you something that is very important in my life. And I have a question for today's devotional. A question is, like it often is in these times, how does this apply to you? Now, don't worry, I'm not going to talk to you about my favorite flavor of ice cream or the favorite sandwich I have in the independent living bistro, or the favorite supper I get periodically at our assisted living community. I'm not going to talk about food. I'm going to talk about something that's really much more important to me. In fact, I've brought this gift to show you and let you assess for yourself. If you'll permit me now, it's not your TV that's jumping, it's me. My camera is not me jumping, it's the camera. So hold on just a second where you're sitting, and I want to introduce you to one of the most important aspects of my life. You might call it a cornerstone of my life today, just day in and day out. I'd like for you to meet my pole. Can you see it there? I hope you can tell it's, well, this is a hand grip. And lo and behold, it's got a upper hand grip. And I can't show you because I can't work the camera well enough, but up above me it has an anchor that makes it very stable on the ceiling here in my study. And down below I can't show you, but it has a very stable base on the carpet. Well, what in the world am I talking about today? A pole being an anchor for me in my life. Well, let me show you. And if you'll permit just a little drama, it's about all the drama I can muster these days. I might even call it all the dance I can muster. It takes just a little careful negotiating of distance and setting. This pole right here in my study permits me, yes, don't want to promise before you see it, but permits me, if I grab it up here in the right place, permits me, if I get close enough to it so the leverage is just right. Now, don't go away, because it takes a little doing, but I hope it'll be worth it. It permits me, locking my brakes on my chair, permits me to do what many of you are challenged to do as well. And that is right here in the room where I spend lots of time these days. I can grab hold, I can lock my chair's brakes, and I can stand up. Now, I don't have the most attractive midsection you would see around the campus. There are many people in every one of our campuses that are in better physical condition, but be that as it may, you have no idea what a gift it is for me to be able to stand. And these days, and the doctors say for all the days ahead, as far as we know, all the days I'm given, it's this pole and the one like it in the bedroom and the one like it in the garage that allows me to transition from my chair to my scooter, my electric scooter. It's these poles just like this. I got 3 in the house that allow me to safely get up and transition so I can move. Now, let me sit back down for a moment, and I hope you'll continue to indulge me. I got nothing in my world, and perhaps you can identify with this, nothing in your world moves as fast as it used to. But this is Alexa, if you will, stop. Sometimes we need all kinds of help. I'll introduce you to Alexa sometimes. She gives me the opportunity to turn the lights in here on and off, or play music, or just sit quietly in a meditative musical room. But that's Alexa. I just wanted you to see my pole. Yes, Chaplain Dan depends on that pole to give me day-to-day meaning, at least physical mobility meaning. It's very much like the pole that is described. In fact, it's described as more important than any cornerstone in our lives. It comes about the middle of Jesus's Sermon on the Mount, or in Mark's Gospel is called Sermon on the Plain. But I'm going to read from Matthew's version, the 7th verse, the 1st and 2nd, or 7th chapter rather, the 1st and 2nd verses. Matthew 7, verses 1 and 2. Hear about this cornerstone, this pole for the Christian life. Judge not, that you be not judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, you will be judged, and the measure you give will be the measure you get. I stop there. Judge not, Dan. When you get upset about something or someone, judge not, lest when you do something that's objectionable or puzzling, I be judged that way. Judge not, Christian, lest you be judged, Jesus said, in the same way. What would happen if we lived in a world where we were not in the business of judging others? I don't know exactly what that world would look like. I know I fall short in that cornerstone value I adhere to. But it sure would be nice to see. I encourage you to ask today, what are the cornerstone values that you live by? And if you want to accept this one that I've given you, I want to encourage you to join in with me, and let's practice every day not casting judgment, whether it is on our neighbor making too much noise, or what we had for lunch not quite measuring up in the dining room, or not having the right kind of treatment of the grass outside our apartment. Judge not. Wouldn't that be an incredible opportunity to live in that world? Not so much waiting for heaven to be that way, but to see that it could be reflected in this life. I aspire for that. I encourage you. And if you don't like that value or aren't drawn to it, choose for yourself. What value do you aspire for as central, essential, like a pole is for me to stand? May that reflection bear good fruit, my sisters and brothers. Thanks for being here today. This is Chaplain Dan. God bless you for the rest of this day and in the days ahead. We'll see you again soon.